Extended child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide enough for the ribs to fit in between. Stretch your arms forward. Take a few moments to connect your breath. Think of your breath as your engine that's going to move you through the practice today. And then come up onto your hands and your knees. Stretch down even to your hands. Reach back into downward dog. All right, now let's move in and out of down dog and plank to help to warm up the shoulders, and we'll move the knees around towards the arms to help to warm up the hips as well. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, open across your chest. Exhale, stretch back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose, bring your knee towards your right armpit. Inhale, stretch back to dog. Exhale, plank pose, left knee to left armpit. Inhale, stretch back to dog. Exhale into plank pose, right knee to right chest. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, left knee to left chest. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, right knee to left armpit. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, left knee to right armpit. Inhale, down dog. Exhale into plank pose. Lift your right leg up just an inch, but hug your low abs in so your lower back stays long. Change sides, lift the left leg up just an inch. Set that foot down, set your knees down, lie down onto your belly, stretch your toes back, inhale, open up across your chest. Then roll the front hip bones down, lift the legs up just an inch, stretch your arms straight back behind you and turn the thumbs out. Position your hands back at your side. Press all the way up into up dog. And stretch back to down dog. Look between your hands. Bring your right foot all the way up in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Point the toes back. Inhale, come up into low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog, stretch back. Step your left foot up in between your hands. Lower your right knee and point the toes back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look in between your hands, bend your knees, hop or step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your side. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Jump or step up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. And exhale the arms to your side. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Jump or step up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samastiti. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot up in between your hands, warrior two. Inhale, come on up and open up to the side. Check to make sure that your right knee is tracking straight ahead in line with your ankle, in line with your hip. Stretch your back foot, grow tall through your spine. 5 steady breaths. Then take side angle, put your fingertips onto the outside of your foot, take your left arm overhead. Press strongly into your feet, lift your belly, come back up to warrior two. And circle your hands to the mat. Step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot up in between your hands. Turn your back heel down. Warrior two. Inhale, come up. Check to see that your left knee is tracking straight ahead. Stretch down into your back foot and elongate your spine as you open your chest. Start to bend your left knee deeper. Reach and put your fingertips down on the outside of your foot. Take your right arm overhead. Come back up to warrior two. Press into your feet, lift your navel. Then circle your hands to the mat. Step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Then set left knee down. Open up to the side for side plank. Reach down into your left hand evenly. Open up across and lift your chest so that your head isn't falling in front of your spine. Once you have that alignment, then, if possible, extend the left foot behind your right. Keep reaching down into your left hand evenly, lifting the chest so the head can float back into alignment with the spine. And stretch back to down dog. Then set the right knee down. Open up modified side plank. Root down into the hand. Make sure that the shoulder is lined up over the heel of the hand. You can stay here for 5 breaths with the knee down, or if you feel strong in the arm, stretch the leg back. Firm the hips towards the heels and lift through the sides of the chest. Work on your Tadasana line as you're holding here. Stretch back to down dog. Bend your knees and look in between your hands. Jump or step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step your right foot back, 4 feet. Spread your arms out. Turn the legs to the right for triangle. Reach out and put your hand down. Bring your left hand to your hip. Bend your right knee. Put your right hand and foot in front of your pinky toe and lift your back leg up. Stretch down into the right hand. Elongate the trunk straight out through the crown and reach through your left foot straight back. Take your left arm up once you're steady. Then bend your right knee. Take a big step back into triangle pose. Press into your feet and come back up. Turn the legs to the other side. Reach out over the straight left leg, triangle. Bring hand to hip, bend the knee, step up. Stretch your left foot evenly, hug your left hip in over your ankle. Elongate straight out through the crown and reach through the right foot. Press through the heel, the big toe, and the little toe mound. Turn your chest and take your arm up once you're steady. Bend your knee, take a big step back into triangle, open up. Press down into your feet and come on up to stand. And then clasp your hands behind your back and open up your chest. Fold forward in between your legs. Prasarita C. Put your fingertips down onto the floor. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Bring the left hand into the midline. Elongate straight out through the midline. Turn your chest. Take your right arm up. Bring your right hand down. Plant the right hand right in the middle. Turn your chest. And take your left arm up. Bring your hand back down. Bring your hands onto your hips and come all the way up to stand. Turn your left foot out. Step to the front of the mat. Mountain pose. Now hug your left knee up into your chest. Balance evenly across your right foot. Then bring your hands to prayer. And feel your Tadasana line from your right ankle all the way up through your crown. Now we're going to switch legs. We're going to try to mimic that from the left leg up through the crown. So put a little bend in your right knee. tip forward through your chest, and start to stretch your left leg back. Today, instead of doing the classic warrior three, we're gonna keep the right knee bent, and I want to see myself if I can recreate that Tadasana line. From the back leg, I reach straight back. Through the rest of the spine, I reach straight ahead. And again, we're keeping this leg bent a little bit to help to encourage the length of this line. Good, now with your palms together, let's challenge the balance. Can you stretch the arms all the way forward? And look at the thumbs. Then step back into warrior one. And bring the hands to the mat. Downward dog, stretch back. Walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, hands to the hips. Press all the way up to stand. Mountain pose. All right, side B. Hug your right knee up. Reach down evenly into your left foot and grow yourself up over your left ankle. Hopefully you practiced last week's video, which was the beginner sequence, the standing pose videos. Taught you how to do the standing poses better. Very important to come back to the standing poses regularly. Bring your palms together, little bend in the left knee. Start to tip from your pelvis and lean your chest forward. Then stretch the right leg straight back. Again, we're keeping the base leg bent. See if you can lift the back leg up to hip height. Reach forward through your chest. Then if the balance is good, stretch the arms all the way forward. Look at your thumbs. Reach through your back leg. Breathe. And step back into warrior one. Reach up, look up. Bring the hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. All right, from down dog, step your right foot for crescent. Inhale, come on up. Exhale your right hand to your hip. Now hook your left armpit to the outside of your knee as you bend your knee over your ankle. We're gonna go deeper into the twist than we normally would. Let's put the fingertips onto the floor. Ooh, I already hear things moving, my digestion. So now see if you can bring your head back into alignment with your tailbone. Turn your belly, turn your chest, take your right arm up, stretch your back leg, find that warrior three Tadasana line from your back ankle to your head, then reach your right arm overhead. Downward dog, step back. Step your left foot. Inhale, come on up for crescent. Bring your hand to your hip. Hook your armpit to the outside of your knee. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Elongate straight out through the line of the back ankle. Bring the head back into line with the tail. Take the left arm up, turn your belly. Left arm all the way overhead. Good, bring your hands down, stretch back to down dog. Whew. How good does it feel to hold that pose? So good for your upper spine, so good for the legs. All right, from down dog, set your knees down. Where's the block at? Let's take a block in between the hands. So turn your thumbs up, open up across your chest, press down the forearms evenly, curl your toes under, lift your knees, down dog on your forearms. Okay, so bring your mind's eye to your spine. Lift up through your hips so that the spine can lengthen. Keeping both sides of the lower back long, raise the right leg up. If you keep practicing this pose with integrity, eventually you're going to be able to float up into forearm balance really easily. I promise, if you do this well and you practice it, you can hold it for a minute or so. When you go to do forearm balance, it's going to come pretty easily. Lower that leg down and lift the left leg up from the inner thigh. Turn the outer shoulders back, reach the inner leg up, but don't let your hips twist. Keep both sides of the low back long. Lower that leg and walk into plank on your forearms. Wheel the chest through. Squeeze up your low abs. Press the forearms, straighten the legs, squeeze in with your legs. Then set your knees down and sit back in child's pose. All right, now let's come into Virasana, hero's pose. Take the knees wide enough so there's about a couple finger space in between the knees. Heels wide enough for the buttocks to fit in between. I'm gonna sit on a medium block. You can choose the height of your block. Open up wide across your chest. Interlace your fingers and raise your arms up. Then bring the arms back down. Change the interlock, other index finger on top. Raise your arms up. So a strong muscle is also a flexible muscle. All that work that we did to strengthen and tone the shoulders and the arms, we want to make sure that those arms stay flexible as well. So turn your triceps forward, lift through the elbows, turn the thumb index finger side of the hand up. Don't borrow from the back ribs. Notice the tendency of the back ribs to jam forward. Spread your back ribs, let them release back into position and raise the hands higher. Bring your arms back down. Good, now twist to your right. Twist to your left. Come back to center. Move the block to the side. And we're gonna do the belly back bend series now. Lying on your belly, clasp your hands behind your back. Turn your shoulders so the shoulders are open. I start with the elbows bent so I can rotate the shoulders. Stretch your legs straight back. Roll the front hip bones down evenly, roll your chest forward. Now if you can keep the shoulders rolled up and start to straighten the arms, do that. But if the shoulders hang towards the floor when you straighten the arms, don't straighten them all the way. Stay up, put the hands next to the ribs, keeping your chest open. Up dog, roll yourself up. Lie back down onto your belly. Bend your knees. Reach back for your ankles. If it's too much on your knees to reach back and grab the ankles, then just repeat the last pose, hands interlocked. Otherwise, holding your ankles, start to reach into your hands. Roll the front hip bones down so the lower back doesn't jam. Then start to lift the legs up and reach back. Let the front of the shoulders open. And lower yourself down. Then press up onto your hands and your knees. Cross your legs behind you and sit with your legs stretched out. All right, so there's some great ways to release back bends
in yoga. We can do twists, we can do core work, which we're gonna do right now. Might not be quite as fun as twisting, but you are doing the total body yoga video. I figured you might want to do some more core work. So some of the best core work you can do is teach yourself to just sit like this. With the legs stretched out, stretch the front of the sit bones down and grow yourself tall. So good posture is a strong core. If you can hold yourself up like this with ease, then I would guess your core is pretty strong, and the muscles that prevent you from sitting up tall, they're able to release, again, to help to strengthen your core. All right, now let's try a couple different exercises. Lean back so you're balanced between your tailbone and your sit bones. Bring your legs into tabletop. Squeeze in with your abs, stretch your arms forward. Now let me see if you can straighten one leg, both legs. Good, then rebend your knees, set your feet down, and lower the sacrum down onto the mat, sacrum lower back. Bring your fingers behind your ears. Stretch one leg out at a 45-degree angle. Tuck your abs in, so don't let the abs lift at all. Stretch the other leg out. Keep the abs tucked. Oof. And hold. Then stretch the right leg straight up. Twist towards the knee. Reach with your fingertips towards the ankle. Come to tabletop. Change legs. Twist to the left knee. Reach the fingertips. Pull your abs back in. Don't let them lift up. Back to tabletop. Lower your head down. Put the hands at the side. Stretch the legs straight up. Unless when you try to sit in that L position, you're all tucked under, then you're going to keep your knees bent a little bit. Stretch the left leg forward. Right leg is up, either a little bent or completely straight. Grip your abs and change legs. Don't let your shoulders narrow. Shoulders broad, neck released. Change legs. Change legs. Nice and slow, so you use your core instead of momentum. Change legs. Change legs. Good, then hug your knees into your chest. All right, now roll yourself up to seated. Okay, now let's do some of that twisting. So sit in Dandasana again, but this time on a block to ensure that you won't tuck under. So important when you're doing seated twist to make sure that you're not tucking your pelvis so that you're jamming through parts in your lower back. So we want to sit up straight, chest open. Hook your left elbow around your knee. I'm going to use a block for the backhand. Hook the heel of the hand onto it. Stretch down into your right foot evenly. Roll the inner left thigh down. If you look at your left foot, there's a tendency for the foot to roll out like this. See if you can keep the foot pointing upright. Instead of yanking your chest up, grow the sit bones down so that the rest of the spine can release up. Just a different way of thinking of lifting the chest. Come back to center. Change legs. Hug the left knee in. Sit up tall. So lifting the chest is really just a cue. Go ahead, wrap your arm. Put your left hand behind. To sit with good posture, to stand with good posture. When you first come to yoga, you come and your chest is completely collapsed. But really what we don't have access to is to being able to lengthen the spine, to strengthen the core properly. So every pose in yoga is a core strengthener when done properly. As you sit like this, you're helping to lengthen and strengthen, helping to tone the paraspinals, help them to move. Really the whole erector spinae is being educated if you're doing this pose properly. Stretch the sit bones down, grow yourself upright. and come back to center. All right, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide apart. Sit up tall in Baddha Konasana. Open up across your chest. And then start to lean forward, 30-degree angle. Keep stretching the feet evenly. Maybe you can go a little more towards 45 degrees. All right, now navel in, round your back, and start to walk your hands forward. Reach through the back of the brain faster than the front of the brain. Come back up. Stretch your legs out. Scoot off the block. Move it out to the side. All right, hope you feel good. Lie down on your back. Take a moment here just to let the abdomen relax. Man, that still feels contracted after all that work. Let the legs release open. Turn your upper arms so your shoulders can open. So take a moment to set up your corpse. Nice, clean, presentable corpse. And then let the body drop. Today in Shavasana, we'll practice Pratyahara, tuning the senses inward, tuning in to observe the inner landscape. And this can be so beneficial for the rest of your day, because if you practice this well, I've found that I'm not as pulled around by the senses. What does that mean? In yoga we say that the senses pull us around. So our experience through the eyes, through our senses, yanks us around in life. And in yoga we learn to tune the senses in so that we're not as reactive to what the senses are experiencing. So that we're more connected into our inner calm. Nice idea, but let's see if we could truly practice that today. As you center yourself onto your breath, into your breath, let's just practice observing the pranic field, observing the flow of prana or the flow of energy inside of the body. And when you feel yourself getting keyed up today, it's probably going to happen at some point today, you can remember that the senses can help to be your vehicle inward by tuning them in. As you soften through the eyes and the ears, and soften through the tongue and the jaw, you can drop back into your center, observing the pranic field, the flow of energy or the flow of breath. All right, bend your knees. And roll over to your side. Press yourself up to seated. And sit up tall, bring the palms together. Namaste.